The Krell Dominion had conquered 47 star systems in 3 centuries. Their military doctrine was perfection incarnated, calculated, efficient, and utterly predictable. Admiral Zexthor stood on the bridge of the inevitable conquest, watching the primitive human vessel drift closer to the engagement zone. The ship was designated UNSC Indomitable, and according to Krell intelligence, it was hopelessly outmatched. "Scan complete, Admiral," reported Subcommander Earl, her crystalline eyes flickering with data streams. "The human vessel masses 1/3 of our flagship. Their weapons are kinetic-based projectiles and primitive fusion warheads. Their shields emit irregular frequency patterns. Victory probability, 99.7%. Zexthor's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. The humans had appeared in the galactic community only 50 standard cycles ago, and already they had the audacity to contest Krell expansion. Today's engagement would serve as a lesson to the entire Terran coalition. Resistance was mathematical impossibility. "Open a communication channel," Zexthor commanded. "Let us offer them the dignity of surrender." The view screen flickered to life, revealing a human commander. Captain Sarah Chen wore a crisp blue uniform, her dark eyes betraying no fear despite facing the most formidable battle fleet in the known galaxy. Behind her, the bridge crew moved with purposeful efficiency, their faces set with grim determination. "This is Admiral Zexthor of the Krell Dominion. Your vessel is surrounded by 12 capital ships and 43 support craft. Surrender immediately, and your crew will be processed according to Dominion protocols. Resist and you will be atomized. You have 30 seconds to comply." Captain Chen's expression didn't change. "Admiral, with respect, you don't understand what you're dealing with. Stand down your forces and withdraw from human space. This is your only warning." Zexthor's mandibles clicked in amusement. The other bridge officers joined in the Krell equivalent of laughter. "Your warning? Fascinating. Your species' arrogance will be—" The transmission cut abruptly as the Indomitable vanished from sensors. "Report," Zexthor barked, his amusement evaporating instantly. "Impossible," Earl stammered. "The human vessel just executed a subspace fold within normal space. No species has achieved that level of drive miniaturization. They should have torn themselves apart." The Indomitable reappeared 3,000 kilometers behind the Krell formation. Before Zexthor could issue orders, the human battleship opened fire. But these weren't the primitive kinetics the Krell had anticipated. Relativistic kill vehicles, accelerated to 0.95 C, slammed into 2 Krell destroyers before their shields could even register the threat. The ships didn't explode, they simply ceased to exist, converted to expanding clouds of superheated plasma. "Evasive maneuvers," Zexthor shouted. "Return fire! All batteries!" The Krell fleet responded with overwhelming force. Energy beams capable of glassing planets converged on the human ship's last position. The Indomitable folded space again, appearing in 3 different locations simultaneously through some quantum entanglement trick that made the Krell's sensors scream in protest. "Multiple contacts." "No, wait, they're holographic projections," Earl reported, her voice rising in pitch. "The real vessel is—" Another volley of relativistic projectiles shredded 3 more Krell ships. Then the Indomitable did something that defied every principle of known warfare. It rammed straight through a Krell cruiser at faster-than-light velocity, emerging on the other side unscathed while the enemy vessel split in 2, its interior exposed to vacuum. "How?" Zexthor whispered, watching his fleet dissolve into chaos. "Their shields shouldn't withstand—" Admiral detecting anomalous readings from their hull. Earl interrupted. "It's not conventional shielding. The humans have somehow woven their defensive fields into the fabric of space-time itself. They're not blocking damage, they're making it phase through them." The Indomitable pivoted with impossible agility, its point defense systems creating a sphere of destruction around it. Any missile or torpedo that approached simply vanished in bursts of contained antimatter. The human ship wasn't fighting like a warship. It was fighting like a predator, constantly moving, striking from unexpected angles, using the Krell's own formations against them. Captain Chen's face reappeared on the view screen, still calm. "Admiral, I tried to warn you. Humanity doesn't fight wars like you do. We don't calculate acceptable losses or follow predictable patterns. We improvise, we adapt. We've been practicing warfare since we lived in caves, and we've gotten very, very good at it." Another Krell battlecruiser exploded as the Indomitable deployed some kind of viral nanite swarm that ate through the ship's hull in seconds. Your empire has fought wars of conquest for centuries, Chen continued. But you've never faced a species that was forged in conflict. Earth wasn't a peaceful world when we reached the stars, Admiral. We brought our wars with us, learned from them, and created weapons you can't even imagine. Zexthor watched his fleet count drop below 50% operational capacity. The humans hadn't even deployed their fusion warheads yet. Everything they'd used had been kinetic weapons and exotic physics applications. His tactical computer kept recalculating victory probability, the number dropping with each passing second. 76%, 53%, 31%, 8%, retreat! Zexthor finally commanded, his pride shattered. All ships emergency fold. Abandon the engagement zone. The surviving Krell vessels flickered out of real space, fleeing in disarray. The Indomitable didn't pursue. It simply hung in space, surrounded by the wreckage of what had been the Dominion's most powerful battle group. In the days that followed, the recording of the battle spread throughout the galaxy. Species that had bent knee to the Krell Dominion watched in awe as a single human warship dismantled an entire fleet. The humans hadn't won through superior numbers or ancient technology. They'd won through creativity, unpredictability, and sheer tactical brilliance. The Krell had thought they knew battle. They'd studied it, perfected it, made it into a science. But humanity had made it into an art form, painting with weapons and physics in ways that no other species had conceived. Admiral Zexthor submitted his report to the Dominion Council with a simple recommendation: avoid human space at all costs. The Terran Coalition wasn't just another spacefaring civilization. They were warriors who had carried the lessons of 10,000 years of conflict into the stars, and they were very, very good at their craft. The galaxy would never underestimate humanity again.